Hello everybody, it's everyone's favourite feisty felines, FS Grace Paws here, and today we're back with some furry reacts. Today we're going to look at a video called I Was Raised by Furries by a channel called True Stories. Now, if you know anything about the True Stories channel, you'll know that, that they really stretch the meaning of the word true. I know they did a really weird video I saw a while ago about parents who were concerned their son was a simp. It was very obviously not true. We're going to check this one out. Maybe this person was raised by furries. Another little side note here, I had planned to do this week, and then I saw that Ash Coyote released this video. So the link to her video will be in the description because I'm sure she probably raises, I've not seen it yet, but I'm sure she probably raises some points that I didn't raise, and it's always going to be a fun video with Ash Coyote, so check that out, link in the description. So grab your Pepsi Max and let's hop on in.
Hey, my name's Toby, and I had a bit of an alternative upbringing. My therapist said sharing my story would help with my recovery, so here goes. I grew up...
I think what they mean there is sharing this story will help with making this channel that is very clearly about fake stories money.
On my parents' remote rural farm. The nearest town only had a gas station, post office, and an all-items trading shack. That's
What's an all-items trading shack? I mean, maybe it's something in America, but it's certainly not something we have here. Is it like you take in things to trade for other items, like, I don't know, like Pokemon swaps, or or is it more like, you know, trading stuff in for cash? I don't know. Though I can relate to this, you know, I grew up in a very similar kind of predicament in a village that had like a post office and 3 shops, so, you know.
It's where my pa traded the beets, carrots, and corn we grew for cash and other supplies.
There we go, yeah. So they trade in, like, stuff they grow. Fair enough.
My parents were different, only I never knew until I was much, much older. From birth,
Okay.
I only knew them as dogs. You see, my
Course.
parents wore dog suits 24/7. Giant fluffy dog costumes that covered their entire bodies and faces.
This is so dumb. Though I don't know, there's something weird and A, creepy, but B, also kind of nice about the artwork. I don't want to say that, but it does. I don't know what it is about it. It looks funny. I don't know. I like it.
I never saw them without fur. And they didn't do things by halves. So I had my own dog suit, with black and red fur, and these big wide ears. As far as I knew,
It's just
we were
not
just
true,
an
is
ordinary
it?
little pack of dogs. Actually, one of my earliest memories is of my ma on all fours in the bathroom saying, "You must never let anyone see your skin suit. Only take off your fursuit on Sundays to bathe."
Oh no, this is. I'm actually gonna cringe at this, aren't I? This is actually painful to watch. I mean, can we just carry on this by, you know, just knowing in the back of our head, none of this is true, because none of this is true, let's be honest.
There were no mirrors in the house, so the only time I
No,
ever
of
really
course not.
saw my own full skin face was in the blurry, rippled reflection in the bathwater. It was a sorry sight, bald and pale. My dog face was much more handsome. Anyway, Ma and Pa told me it was illegal to go around in just skin suits. They made a point of drilling into me that we would be put down if anyone ever saw us without our fursuits. Of course, that horrified me, to the point where I had never even left the farm boundaries.
Right. I mean, I noticed a little bit of a discrepancy here in that he said he's never seen either of his parents, like, without the fursuits on. Yet he said that on Sundays they all took the fursuits off. So I'm just saying, you know, there's a little bit of a shadow of doubt there. But obviously, you know, I don't doubt this is completely true. I mean, I don't think True Stories would lie to us, would they?
Pa was the only one allowed into town to do his trades. In the whole 15 years of my existence, I had never seen anyone other than my own dog parents.
What about, like, school and stuff? Like, I guess maybe homeschooling. They didn't quite specify that, but if they've not seen anybody who wasn't their dog parents, which is a really funny phrase, I quite like that, their dog parents in, anybody but their dog parents in 15 years, they probably were homeschooled. I don't know. They didn't specifically say, but I'd assume as much.
Thankfully, I was homeschooled.
There we go. Okay. Please disregard my previous comment. They do specify.
Yes, that's the best way to describe it. Paul basically just taught me dog mannerisms, like how to dig up beets and pee outside against a tree, out of an opening in my suit. As I grew, Mom sewed me bigger and bigger suits, with more fur and larger features. Every now and then, I'd finish my weekly bath and find a new suit laid out beside my bed. Some nights I'd be lying in my bed.
Of course, the bed is a dog bed. It's one of these, like, almost... It's almost like they think that furries want to be animals, like this whole misconception. And it's very apparent. I mean, his parents clearly aren't furries, even if they exist at all. Let's just carry on.
And would hear weird howling noises coming from my parents' room.
All right.
I was a little afraid of Pa, so I never dared to ask about it. I just put my paws over my ears and try to sleep. To me, it was normal. But everything changed the day there was an unexpected knock on the front door. I started barking like mad, while Ma and Pa frantically ran around the house. Suddenly, a face appeared at the window, through a gap where one of the old boards had fallen off.
They never specified before that the windows were boarded up, so this is a new development, a twist sort of halfway through the story here.
I saw eyes staring at me.
There's just no words.
A strange skin face. It was kind of like the reflection I'd seen in the bath, but at the same time completely foreign. Without warning, bright flashes of light burst through the hole and lit up the room.
Oh, we got an FBI open up moment.
FBI open up! I yelped in shock, sensing we were in danger, but not knowing why or what it was. Defensively, I stood up on my hind legs and pawed at the gap. Pa pushed me out of the way and shouted in a deep, booming voice, "You are trespassing! You need to leave now!" The light disappeared and I heard the sound of footsteps running off into the distance. I was so confused.
Was that like a burglar or something? I'm hoping they explain, because that bit's kind of confusing. I want to get the full narrative of this, obviously.
Explained that it was a man, and we couldn't.
A man? Oh no!
Because he didn't have his fursuit on. The next day, our house was raided. The door was kicked down.
Oh, FBI! Is that Fox Mulder from hit Fox television show X-Files?
With smooth, furless suits and naked skin faces swarmed the property. Before I knew it, I was pulled away from my parents and dragged into a waiting car, separated from them for the first time in my life. I was in sensory overload. Half of me was convinced I was about to die, while the other half of me thought I was in some kind of surreal dream. I was taken to a place where they kept trying to take off my fursuit. I lashed out and tried to bite them, not understanding that they were just medics, wanting to check me over. That was 4 years ago. Apparently, the face at the window that day was a man from the land surveyor's office. He was on a routine visit, but instead took photos and notified the authorities of my living conditions. My parents were charged, and I ended up being placed...
Right, so if this person's been raised, like, as a dog by two quote-unquote furries, not that I believe that, how come they can, like, speak and stuff? Because if they're raised as a dog, surely they wouldn't be able to speak. I'm no expert, but I don't think dogs can speak. Another discrepancy there if you're marking down how many there've been so far.
Placed into foster care. It's been tough adjusting to what everyone else calls normal life. I've had to learn to read and write a bit, and really miss the comfort and warmth of my first suit.
Oh, we've got some great suggestions here. If this gets 50 likes, I'll react to my mom gave birth to a dog. Oh,
it was a big part of my identity.
So yeah, for a channel called True Stories, that is probably the most far-fetched story I've ever heard in my life. I get maybe it's supposed to just be like a kind of comedy, like, oh, it's quote-unquote true, but it's not actually true. It's just like, it was just really, really dumb, quite frankly. Entertaining, but pretty dumb. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this week's video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.